Good morning, everybody. My name is Nancy Chancey. I'm a doctor of naturopath and a licensed clinical social worker. And I run a private practice called Natural Healing Concepts. And I have a website called naturalhealingconcepts.net if you'd like to check it out. I just wanted to jump on here today and give a little bit of an explanation about what to look for in a CBD oil. I started my journey with CBD about a little over a year ago with my clients. I treat PTSD. I treat all kinds of mental health conditions, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, things like that, a lot of trauma. And my clients were asking me about it, so that's why I jumped in and started researching. And I went through about 8 different products, testing them on myself, with my clients. Unfortunately, it is very, very difficult to find pure and safe CBD. And the reason is because in China and Russia, overseas, they have been growing hemp for a very long time, and they use it as for textiles. So it's textile industry for them, and you can get the oil really cheap, but it does have, a lot of times it has pesticides and heavy metals in it, as well as sheetrock and things like that. So it took me a while to find a pure, safe product that was grown in the U.S. and that had the things that I was looking for. So what you want to look for, number one, is organically grown and non-GMO plants, right? That's a good start. And then if it's grown in the States, like the company that I represent right now, it's grown in the U.S., it's grown in Kentucky, and it's actually attached to a research facility. So the FDA has compliance regulations that we have to follow. So I know because of that, we're following good practices. But there's a lot of companies out there, very small startups that are, they're putting this together in their basement. There's no regulation. So the other thing to look for is third-party testing. If you don't see the third-party testing, you don't really know what's in your product. So that's something to look for. And then CO2 extraction really is the top of the line. There's a lot of companies still doing ethanol extraction. In fact, the federal government, Epidiolex, that's the in the U.S. that's the one that the feds have said, okay, this one's safe. It actually has ethanol on the ingredient list as well as NutraSweet. So I'm not putting that in my body. Anyways, so you want to look at the ingredient list. Your CBD oil really should not have anything else but just CBD and a carrier oil. So most companies are using olive oil or coconut oil because they're cheaper. The company that I use, that I like, is they use the same oil from the plant. So they extract the hemp oil, which has a lot of medicinal properties in it, and use that as the carrier oil. So I feel like the whole plant works better synergistically together. And that's, what I've seen, and that's my preference. So you want to look for something, really CBD needs to be in a carrier oil, not water, because that's how it's absorbed in the body. And like with our product, you can actually put it on your skin and it's absorbed into your skin because of the hemp seed oil. So very versatile product. But typically you're going to be putting it under your tongue. There's a lot of companies out there that are selling vapes, and you can vape hemp, but it has to be like in a glycerin or some kind of base that is conducive to vaping. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend vaping the product that I recommend because it's in hemp seed oil, so it's not really set up for vaping. Vaping, you only get about 20% of your CBD, so I still recommend taking it by drops because you absorb about 98% of it is absorbed and your body can use it. So we've got organic, non-GMO, CO2 extraction is the top of the line. So if you can find a CO2 extraction, the company that I recommend does that. That's all they do, CO2 extraction. And what that is they use pressure basically from CO2 to extract the hemp. So it leaves it in its natural state. It doesn't alter it at all. And it doesn't leave behind any contaminants, right? So, and then you want to look for maybe a full spectrum. There's a lot of companies out there. You can get cheap isolates on Amazon. But a full spectrum is going to have all of the different molecules from the plant that are going to interact with your endocannabinoid system and give you a better experience. So the U.S. Hemp Authority set up, basically they're kind of like a monitoring organization where they're looking at all the different companies. So recently, in this year, this is 2019, they tested 22,000 companies. And there's a lot more. There's a lot of companies out there that haven't been tested. And 13 of them, 13 passed. And what that means is 22,000 companies got tested. Only 13 basically had what the label said they had in the bottle. So there were other contaminants in the bottle. There were other ingredients in the bottle. And, you know, because the FDA is not really regulating this, you don't know unless you see the third-party test. So they're a regulating body. You can go just Google U.S. Hemp Authority, and you can see those 13 companies. Those are considered safe. Those are considered good companies, and I recommend them. So the company that I am using, I will be glad to let you know. This is what I'm using right now, and I love it. The results have been phenomenal, and they also give you a 60-day money-back guarantee. There's not very many companies out there that are doing that, so you can actually use the entire bottle within 60 days and send back the empty bottle. And if it didn't work for you, they'll send you your money back. And I love that because there's a small percentage of the population that maybe CBD isn't the answer for them. But I can tell you, working with this over the last year, it's been the missing link to many, many people's health issues and health crises. So I work with all kinds of autoimmune disorders because of PTSD, what that does to the immune system. And this is such an amazing immune regulator and balancer and healer to the body, to the skin, to the brain. It's amazing. So if you haven't tried it, I would highly, highly recommend it. However, don't go to the local gas station and just try any product, right? This is an excellent product. I'd be glad to send you information about this product. They have a link you can order online, ship directly to your home. Again, you get the 60-day money-back guarantee. And if you don't want to do that, then at least Google the U.S. Hemp Authority, and it will pop up, and you can Google the U.S. Hemp Authority 13 companies, and it will pop up all those different companies. So I hope that's helpful. Again, if you don't see the third-party testing at a lot of companies, you have to call them and request them to send the third-party test. You don't really know. They can make all kinds of claims, and you don't really know what's in that bottle. So one of the things I love about this company is it's right on their website for everybody to see, and their products work. That's why it's called HempWorks. So anyways, everybody have a fabulous day. I'm open for questions. Just email me or send a text, and I'll be glad to help you out and just share my experience. We also have a Facebook page that has over 120,000 people right now currently giving their testimonies on the product and how they're using it. And it's, I would have to say, in my 30 years of being a naturopath and working with herbs, absolutely the most versatile supplement in the world that I've ever seen. I mean, there's nothing that can touch this. I mean, I'm getting results from so many different diseases and issues that it just blows my mind, from mental health to physical issues to things that people are having to take medication for. They're able to come off of some of their medication because this is balancing it. So be glad to share more with you. And if you'd like to learn more just about CBD and more about this company, my website is cbdorganicandpure.com. Please visit that and share with other people. There's a lot of research that's coming out. There's research connections there and links, and there's videos for you to watch so you can learn about the endocannabinoid system and learn about what doctors are saying and what's in the news. So I'm just kind of bringing all that together for people to help educate. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.